You know, I like to take lessons from life because, you know, life is what we have to live. And there's a life in my garden. Now, as some of you know from an earlier video, I did an early video when I started showing my garden. When we first started, it was just dirt, and so we had to kind of pull the weeds, turn the dirt over, plant our plant. But you don't get anything like this until you have some time pass. So you can see we've got some growth going, but it's still just a plant. There's no fruit, there's nothing we can eat. There's really no benefit from it. And you know, our stroke is kind of like that a little bit. We put a plant in the ground or a seed in the ground, and it'd be nice just within a few days maybe to get the fruit and say, hey, it's all worked. But it's a very slow process. And when we first planted these, you know, the growth was just a little bit. In fact, it was so slow you could come out every day and couldn't hardly see any kind of growth. And then it began to blossom out a little bit. When I speak of blossoms, if you look right here, there is a blossom in this plant. You know, in the growth of this thing, we have to add fertilizer, we have to have some rain, we have to have a lot of sunlight, but it's still a very slow process. It takes weeks, sometimes even months before we get much of a growth or much of a produce or much of a product out of it. And you know, our stroke recovery, I think, is like that too. Because as I was thinking about it, you know, as much as I would like to plant this and immediately almost, or within just a short time, see the growth and be able to reap the fruit, it just doesn't happen. If I look to myself, which I have been doing, and try and say, why am I not growing? Why am I not getting better faster? Well, you know, I am getting better. It's just you can't see it on a day-by-day basis. You have to look at it over a longer period of time. So it's kind of like our garden. You know, we've got different plants, and they kind of all grow at different stages, and they will all produce different things. Well, the same thing, I guess, is happening. You know, in our head, we have to have neural pathways have to have time to reconnect and grow. Well, that does take time. So if you're like me and you're looking at yourself and you're saying, why am I not getting any better? You probably are. It's just such a slow process. So instead of getting discouraged and say, why can't I have fruit right now? It'll come. You just have to give it time to grow.